Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have the final of the 2019 Prehistoric Animal Reviews from Mojo Fun, and this time it is my favorite of the group. And if you recall back to my Mojo Fun 2019 figures video where I announced and promoted the upcoming figures on my channel, I stated that this Dunkleosteus was definitely my favorite, and I was super excited about it. And I can tell you that without question here in person, it is definitely still my favorite. This figure just blew me away when I opened it and got it out of the package. It overall is without question one of the best Dunkleosteus figures I have ever seen, and I am just beyond excited to take a look at it with you guys right now, right here. So, without further ado, let's get a closer look. So starting up here at the head sculpt, look how insanely beautifully detailed and sculpted this Dunkleosteus is. If you can honestly look at this and tell me that Mojo Fun hasn't improved leaps and bounds over the past few years, then you are definitely blind or have very, very bad eyesight and need to go get your eyes checked, because this is just magnificent looking. Look at just the beautiful folding of the skin here on the underneath. That is so wonderful looking. It is really beautifully showing the movement of the Dunkleosteus as it's just swimming by. And up here on the head, again, look at all the incredible detail everywhere. The eyes are painted beautifully with an orange type of a color, and I think the eye coloration was a great choice. It really matches beautifully and very realistically with the rest of the body coloration. You can see that the large plates that kind of appear to be teeth on the Dunkleosteus, but they aren't actually, look very, very nice. They have been sculpted really well, and they've been given a whitish coloration, kind of again insinuating that they are teeth even though they are not, but they still look really, really nice. Looking at this side of the head also, you can see just how beautiful this thing is. As far as the paint application, it's been given like this dark wash, and it really, really looks beautiful because of it. It brings out all the details so well, and it's like a dark brown. It's honestly something that I really expect to see on an animal like this. It almost gives me the feeling of like a catfish. If you ever go fishing, catch a catfish, and you pull one out and look at them, especially the underneath, really has this type of an appearance. So they've done an incredible job overall on the paint application, and it's also been kind of speckled with these black speckles all over, which also help to give it a very beautiful appearance. You can see the head is like a greenish color, but there are quite a few different tones of green included, especially around the eye. You can see it gets to like a darker green there, transitions to a darker green, but then up here on the top of the head, you have this little bit of flashiness with a yellow coloration, and it's again a very realistic yellow, and the beautiful way it transitions to the green looks so realistic. As you move down the body, look at all the creases and wrinkles all throughout the skin of the Dunkleosteus. Even down here on the fins have been given like this darker coloration near the edges, really making them look very beautiful. And the overall coloration of the body, you can see a transition to many different greens as you run down the length of the Dunkleosteus, and then down into this lighter coloration in the belly. And again, you can see that nice wash that's included, really giving it a very, very realistic look. The further down you go, the more you can really pick up on all the insane sculpt work that is included thanks to that dark wash. The fins in the back also look really nice, as do the areas where the fins connect to the body. You can see on both front and back fins that looks just incredible, and they've done such a beautiful job, in my opinion, overall on the coloration of this. It's really just a perfect coloration, in my opinion. You can see this top fin here is really beautifully sculpted, lots and lots of detail included, and again that nice dark, pretty much like a black or a very, very dark green that runs along the tops of the fins really helps to give this such a beautiful appearance to it. Even these small fins here in the lower part of the tail look really nice, and then you get out here onto the tail itself, and look how beautiful that is as far as the sculpt work goes. And it comes out to a very nice, very majestic curve, really giving you the feeling that it's swimming along very slowly, just kind of strolling the waters and checking things out. This side also looks incredible to me. Beautiful sculpt work, again, lots of creases in the skin all over the place. Insane amounts of detail and sculpt in this Dunkleosteus. very nice. As we move down the body, again, that top fin looks incredible. You can see all the speckles all over the place that help to give this such a beautiful, realistic look. And as I'm turning it, you can again really pick up on all the incredible different shades of green. It just looks so insanely real. It is just blowing me away without question. And back to the tail on this side, you can really see how nice that looks. Again, that beautiful curve. So this Dunkleosteus is easily and without question my favorite figure from Mojo Fun ever. There's no question about that at all. But it is also quite possibly my favorite Dunkleosteus figure ever from anybody. It is that nice. Over the past few years, we've really been bombarded with quite a few Dunkleosteus figures, which in my opinion is a good thing because it's an awesome species to make models of. And we've been hit with so many really, really good ones that it's honestly so hard to decide which one is better than the other. But I really think that, in my opinion, this might be the best Dunkleosteus that I have. And I have quite a few, so it's very, very impressive to see one this nice. And I apologize if you hear any sirens behind me because the power just went out and it came back on. And I don't really know what's going on, but now there's sirens going off behind me, and I think there's a chance that Godzilla may have just arrived in my town. As far as the size goes on this Dunkleosteus, and it is actually possibly the smallest Dunkleosteus that I have, which is good for people that need a Dunkleosteus for their collection but don't have much room, you're looking at about 7 inches or about 18 centimeters in length, and of course you're not really going to get much for a height, but we'll give it a shot anyway. You're looking at about 1.75 inches or about 4.5 centimeters. For a size comparison, there is the Papo T-Rex, and you can see him totally dwarf the Dunkleosteus. Well, I don't know if I'd say dwarf, but he is obviously significantly larger, but then again, the Dunkleosteus is really low to the ground in general, so our Papo Rex shouldn't feel too proud about his much taller stature. Regardless, hopefully this would give you a good idea of the size of this incredible Mojo Fun Dunkleosteus. And for another size comparison, here are all 3 of the brand new 2019 Mojo Fun prehistoric figures together. I love the fact that they've done such a wide variety this year. You have a Triceratops, so you've got a dinosaur, then you've got the Tropeognathus, which is a pterosaur, and then you have a Dunkleosteus, which is quite obviously a prehistoric fish, so you have a lot going on as far as prehistoric animals. They didn't just stick to dinosaurs or anything like that, so that's an awesome decision on the part of Mojo Fun, and I think all 3 of these 2019 figures are surefire wins and a beautiful addition to any collection. So this Mojo Fun 2019 Dunkleosteus is just beautiful beyond belief. I cannot stress to you guys enough just how insanely nice looking this Dunkleosteus is in person. It overall has such a very realistic look and a kind of a bold color scheme, honestly, to go with a green. I've never really seen a green Dunkleosteus portrayed before, so I'm really quite impressed with the color choices, green and yellow I should say. And that's honestly a good thing because it's a breath of fresh air for a Dunkleosteus instead of the much darker colorations most people use, but they've included such a wonderful dark wash to bring out all the detail and to make that coloration look a little bit of a darker color, and it overall just looks fantastic because of it. It in general looks so insanely real in person that I am continuing to be blown away with it the more I look at it. The sculpt overall is just honestly jaw-droppingly beautiful. There is so much detail and sculpt that has been put into this that it is pretty much mind-blowing at this point. Overall, the appearance of it swimming along very leisurely is also really appealing to me, and I think it gives the model a very majestic appearance to it and a very flashy appearance at the same time, but a very realistic look overall. As far as the general positioning of the body, it looks very natural to me, and without question this Dunkleosteus is just gorgeous to me. It really is. The paint application is so beautifully and naturally done as well. The way it transitions between different greens so gradually and realistically, also with that beautiful yellow up on the top of the head, and then you've also got the plates in the front of the mouth and the eyes. Everything is painted perfectly. There's no sloppiness anywhere on this. And without question, this Dunkleosteus is just, it's a 10 out of 10. I really can't say anything otherwise. It's just so absolutely awesome. I cannot stress that enough. So this Dunkleosteus confirms just how much Mojo Fun has improved, and I think that without question, the fact that Mojo Fun is so underrated is going to change now with the future as far as how beautiful their figures go. I think they're pretty much going from 0 to 60 here when it comes to how beautiful their models have become over the past few years. They had very nice models before. I actually am quite a big fan of their older, more vintage models because I really love vintage dinosaurs. It's what I grew up on. But as far as realism goes and the overall beauty of the sculpt and paint job, they have just improved leaps and bounds over the past few years, and it really shines through this year with these 2019 models. So if you would like to buy this 2019 Dunkleosteus, along with any of the other 2019 releases, I 100% recommend you do, and you don't just think about it, you follow through and go purchase these guys right now on Amazon. So I will include links in the description for you to head over there, pick these guys up, and add them to your collection. I will definitely tell you right now that you will not regret those buys. So check the description, head on over to Amazon and pick up all these 2019 figures from Mojo Fun. But before you do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.